Howdy guys, as unpopular as my opinion may be, I actually like the 6.5 Detroit diesels, and these are the top 5 mods for reliability in my personal opinion. I get a lot of hate going with a 6.5 for my 72 Chevy rather than a Cummins or a Duramax, but my reasoning for doing so, believe it or not, is reliability as well as saving money. The 6.5 has been in military and marine applications for decades, and they are much cheaper to maintain and fix than something like a Duramax. However, there are a few things that GM screwed up when they started accepting the motors into their platforms, such as the PMD vacuum pump and fuel pumps. The first mod is going to be the PMD Relocation kit, which often comes with a mounting plate equipped with cooling fins to avoid any more overheating issues. The stock location of the PMD allowed it to overheat, taking a toll on the electrical, causing things from no starts to misfires and more. Relocating the PMD to a cooler location or one that's temperature controlled, like inside the cab, eliminates the issues associated with an overheated and failing PMD. The second mod is going to be upgrading the stock fuel pump to something like an AirDog. Fast also just came out with a kit, or you could just add a second stock one, but the stock fuel pump hardly provides enough pressure on its own, and it's wired through the oil pressure sensor, which you can bypass if you upgrade to a better pump, and that'll help you avoid the issue of the wires not being designed to take the load of the fuel pump. Now the third mod is going to be deleting the vacuum pump altogether, which is intended to fail partly due to the poor placement. If you do this, however, you'll need to convert to a manual wastegate, which a lot of guys do anyways. If you buy a belt for a 93, it'll take out the slack from the vacuum pump. As I mentioned before, the fuel injection pumps can be an issue, which brings me to my fourth modification, which may be controversial, converting from electric to manual injection. Hear me out. The reason I like this platform so much is reliability and saving money on parts, which is why, just like when it comes to the 12-valve Cummins, I prefer to have manual injection. The stock injection pumps had a variety of issues, prompting GM to go through and create updates for the pumps that were supposed to fix things but never truly dialed things in. The manual injection pumps are much cheaper to both rebuild and outright replace, and unless you're looking to get out of reliability and more into outrageous horsepower numbers, they're not really going to make that much of a difference in performance. In order to convert to manual injection, you need the lines from the DB2 pump. If it has dual thermostat housing, you can modify a throttle cable bracket, and if it has the 4L80, then you need a transmission controller. The last modification is going to be a straight pipe exhaust and an intake if you feel inclined to do so. This will allow your truck to breathe and sound better, and the more you enjoy your truck, the less likely you are to sell or neglect it. While you do get some performance benefits from these modifications, I primarily brought them up for reliability and to bring up the fact that GM is actually the reason that the 6.5s get a lot of the hate that they do. But everything they manage to screw up can be bulletproofed for way less than what it costs to bulletproof something like a Power Stroke. Because parts are cheap, I wanted to mention that a lot of people, myself included, upgrade to marine injectors and put on a larger turbo, and if you plan on doing so, head studs would not be a bad idea at all to help with the peace of mind. As you can see, this is my LBZ Duramax as well as my 1-ton crew cab OBS Chevy that I'm putting a 12-valve Cummins in, and then I also have a 72 K10 that I'm putting a 6.5 Detroit diesel in, and a first-gen DSM that I'm trying to modify as well. This is my old lady Subaru, and the truck that usually sits in front of the OBS right here is the crew cab square body, which I'm also putting a Duramax in. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to follow these builds. Thanks for watching.